live with the short version of the
Short version.
intro. It was the short version. So because we were starting after 5 o'clock, so I went ahead and just throw us right in here and get started
Yeah.
on our show. So thank you for joining me, Alban. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm glad
Good.
glad you made it back safe
Yeah, made it back from
from
Niagara.
Niagara. You know,
Yeah. Wallet was quite a bit lighter, a
lighter.
lot lighter. Um, Anybody that's going to Niagara, just be sure to take a really big wallet
but
because
it's a
it's
good time though.
it was a great time. I enjoyed my time there. It was just so expensive. I mean,
Well,
just
maybe that's on the Canada side.
you're
You know, in
probably
New
right.
York, it's
Yeah,
cheaper on the New
it
York
probably was
side.
that was that's in Buffalo. Wouldn't it be on the Buffalo side? You're probably
Uh,
right about that.
it's the Niagara side.
Yeah, it's probably it would have been cheaper in the U.S. because
Yeah.
this is no lie, and I told you this the other day that IHOP
Hmm.
IHOP is right there. There's numerous IHOPs right there around the
Yeah.
hotel, and the cheapest meal at IHOP was over $25 for IHOP.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, I've eaten
I'll
at
just
IHOP
three
how many times?
pancakes, please. You know.
And the pancakes ain't no bigger. It was
Right.
just $25 for a plate of IHOP, and
Maybe
that
they
was
were
unlimited.
charging you for the syrup. You know.
Yeah, it was even natural syrup, but yeah, it was crazy. I mean, every restaurant, if you were dropping $30 to $40 per person
Hmm.
at a meal. And I mean, like I said, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
I know that the Brazilian, anybody that's eaten at the Brazilian steakhouses, which are
Oh yeah.
expensive, those are always
Uh-huh.
expensive. I think it was $75 or $79 a person.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't eat $79 worth of food. I cannot.
Uh-huh.
So it's outrageous, but I had a great time. I enjoyed being there. Blue and I enjoying ourselves, and beautiful room as you guys saw from the picture from the video last week.
Hmm.
So great time, great time. So thanks for everybody hanging out with us. Was gonna run through here and say hey to our folks over here, which I
Okay.
usually try to say hi to. Got Steve hanging with us, and Soheil, nice hanging with us, and Eddie
What's up, Sohail?
Monkey 28's hanging with us from Red
Mhm.
and Canuck. What's up, my dear?
What's up?
619 OTA hanging with us.
Mhm.
Theodore, Da Beach hanging with us. Mandy, thank you for hanging with us. And Buzz, as always, he's a lot of our regular folks hanging out with us. And Michael, Mr. E. I haven't seen him in a little bit. Nice to see you
Yeah.
again, Mr. E. And again, this streaming show is the only live simulcasted YouTube show that's being broadcast on Big Screen as well as live YouTube. So you folks over there in Big Screen, if you're sitting there with DeBeach or Roger, there are buddies. Thanks for hanging out with us. And if you have any questions about what this show and what Dabs or Albin's talking about, ask those guys and they'll be able to
Yeah.
fill you in because this show is about trying to save you some money, cord cutting, trying to get you some of the tips that are not you may not find on other shows. And we give you a lot of tips. There's a lot of news that we try to cover. So
Mhm.
most people would probably break this up in a whole bunch of segments. Nah, we're just gonna throw it in on a Friday. We'll just throw it all in there.
Yep.
Trevor, thank you for hanging out with us, and Leon's back with us. Good to see that. Shrink and Sharon, my dear, thank you for hanging out with us, and Richard hanging out. Thank you for that. And Blammo, what's up? I haven't seen Blammo in a
Hello.
bit. So from
Yeah.
us from the community, we know Blammo. Nice to see you. I'm glad to see you. And obviously Blammo has been at Niagara and knows that it's quite pricey. So we got let's see, we got anybody else over here? Anthony, nice to see you, Anthony. What's up? What's up? Jim. Oh, this is Anthony. I used to work with Anthony. It took me a
Oh.
second. I used to work with Anthony. What's up, bud? What's up? I used to work with him. Nice to see him. DJ, hope you're doing well, my bud.
Yeah.
And Tadao. So we got lots of
Wow.
folks in here. We're going to try to cover in a bunch of our topics today. We got lots of things. And we're going to start with the big topic, which, I mean, it's kind of
Wait,
cherry
did you
picking.
see? Did you see Sydney out there? Leon the Smurf. You know, from Sydney.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
I
he
did say
comes over.
Leon. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
I did
special
say
shout
Leon.
out to you,
Mulder
Leon.
Factor too. I miss
You know,
Mulder. So and
see ya.
Noir, we got Noir's out with us.
Okay.
So we
All
got
right.
lots of folks. So thanks you guys
That
hanging
birthday
out.
boy. Hope he's
Yeah,
good.
and he had a birthday just the other day. So any of you
Yeah.
folks that know Noir, be sure to give him a belated birthday. It was what was it, Wednesday? It was Wednesday, I
Yeah,
believe.
Wednesday. Yeah. Was it
It could be.
Wednesday? Was
Could
it
be.
the 420? Wow. That it really
Maybe.
fit him.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe.
All right.
So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and get cranking on this. And if you've not watched the show before, what we do is we try to talk about tech news, and we're going to talk about streaming options, and sometimes they are on the more questionable. Sometimes we talk about some of the more questionable stuff that I have to be careful with YouTube, because YouTube is great for
Mhm.
smacking me and giving me a strike or takedown,
Right.
all kinds of all kinds of stuff because of stuff we talk about. So I try to dance around certain subjects as much as I can. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about some of the big thing. The Netflix news. This is a big topic for a lot of folks here.
Mhm.
We lots of people talking about that, and it's about Netflix's issues, that their woes, and I don't even want to say woes. You can't be the it can't always be flowers and gardens and wonderful and fairy dust all the time. And now Netflix is starting to see a little bit of a loss instead of always seeing gains. Now they are starting to see a drop on some of their subscribers, and we're going to talk about some of those reasons why this may be happening. So, big news: they lost 200,000 subscribers last quarter. And of this 200,000 subscribers, keep in mind, and this is a point that sometimes people don't think about, but it was reported that 700,000 subscribers in Russia were turned off. So that's 700,000. So of the 200,000 subscribers lost, they lost 700,000 of Russian people that signed up through Netflix. So they maybe not have had a big of a loss at the time, but still it was a loss where they've only seen gains in viewership, in ads, and people subscribing. And that's so Netflix is seeing nothing but an increase of subscribers and revenue, subscribers, revenue, subscribers, revenue. Nothing but just moving on up. It's all they've seen in this graph. So you can imagine when the Netflix goes and sits down with their board of directors and their shareholders, and instead of having a chart that just does this constantly, now they
Mhm.
see a chart that's doing this and maybe plateauing and maybe dropping a little bit.
Yeah.
And this has created a little chaos or a little bit of freak out by the people that run Netflix. And I don't know, you and I talked about this, Alban.
Many
First
times.
and foremost, one of the reasons why they're losing subscribers,
Yeah.
and we talked about that they have raised their rates 6 times in 8 years. And
Mhm.
wasn't that what we had seen? I'd seen it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's been about that between them and because it's been a war between Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
Everybody just kept raising.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so Netflix, we go way back, and what they were $7 way back when, or $8,
Mhm.
and they've done nothing but increase their rates and increase their rates and increase their rates, along with increased subscribers and increased profits. And now they've all of a sudden started to see that drop off. Now we also take in consideration, and when you're looking at the numbers of Netflix's numbers, they had the pandemic for 2 years
Mhm.
where everybody was stuck at home. So
True.
lots of people signed up for Netflix, even though they didn't need to, they were at home. So they're like, well, I can't go nowhere. So I'm signing up for these subscriptions and watch TV or movies at home. So the best of everything was in Netflix's corner. I mean, everything. They didn't have much competition. They had people locked up at home. It just good times, good times, good times. Now they're starting to see a bad times, or I should say a more normal. It's because
More
in
normal. Yeah.
business, it's you got competition, right? Right now, there is more competition in the streaming community for applications than any other time in history. We're at the golden age of streaming.
Mhm.
So Netflix not only has the issue of subscribers kind of dropping off, but they also have all this competition. So they have all the competition. They've got the subscribers dropping off, and they also with the added competition, they're losing content
Hmm.
because the content that Netflix was getting from Disney, Warner Brothers, MGM, CBS, Paramount, whoever. All right, so these companies rent or give the rights to Netflix to be able to broadcast their content.
Yeah.
Well, now all these corporations have their own application and software that they want to promote. So
Hmm.
why would you give? And I want to say one of the remember the first ones that we remember talking about was The Office.
Yeah.
Remember when The Office
Hmm.
pulled away
Came pulled away out of
and
there.
went to was it the
Hulu,
Hulu
Hulu, I
or
think.
Paramount or one of them
Yeah.
because Netflix had it, and then the time had lapsed
Hmm.
for them to
They
have
they pulled it
permission,
right back.
and Netflix lost it. So Netflix is losing content due to these other companies having their own streaming service. And why let Netflix use that when you can bring people to your platform? So you're seeing that. And so Netflix is again saw nothing but good times. Now they're starting to see a little bit of competition, having to really think about their strategy. Uh, and so, what's the first thing we're going to blame? We're going to blame people sharing their passwords. This article talks about that Netflix has known for years, like numerous years, that people were sharing passwords. I mean, we've talked about that, and they've warned about that they're going to take it away for years. Netflix wasn't bothered too bad about it. But now all of a
Hmm.
sudden, now we're worried about it
Yeah.
because we possibly might, we our numbers aren't as good. So this is another part of the problem. Netflix claims, All right. So the numbers, and I don't see it on here. All right. So Netflix, one of the things I had seen, and it's not on this article, 221 million
Hmm.
subscribers to Netflix.
Yeah.
221 million subscribers to Netflix. Supposedly, the reports from Netflix, and when they talked to their board of trustees or the board of directors or the stockholders this past week, they
Hmm.
said 100 million people were using um,
Multiple
they were using
logins.
a shared
A
login.
shared login.
So in here, yeah, it says estimated 100 million viewers are using them. So if you add the two together, so roughly 321 million people are using Netflix.
Hmm.
100 million are not paying for it, according to Netflix. Take that for a grain of salt
Right.
because
But when you think about it, coming from Netflix, you do
Mhm.
have to remember that they're saying, you know what, we'll take you for $2.99 a month because that's the price that they want to pay. For that, that's the price they want those people to pay
Yeah,
for
if
those
you're going
shared
to share
logins.
account,
Yes, you're going to
yes.
share an account. You know,
So
is that really so bad?
well, and actually, I thought it was 4.99, but you could be
No,
right. I don't think
it's
they.
two ninety
All right,
nine.
it's 2.99 locked. All right, now, so keep in mind about this though.
Mm-hmm.
They're test marketing it in 3 countries right now. What was it?
Yeah.
Peru, Costa Rica, and somewhere else that is test marketing that the crackdown on shared passwords.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have your aunt and your uncle up on your Netflix no more. Or if
Yeah.
you're sharing your aunt's password, you couldn't do that. But they're only cracking down in 3 countries. They said it's going to take up to a year or more for them to implement this across the board because they're letting those countries they're sorting it out, checking, making, seeing, they're kind of working out the bugs before they go big
Mm-hmm.
with it.
Yeah.
Um, but part of it is this is a revenue source, and so the price that there's 2.99 right now. Well, I guarantee it's going to be more than 2.99 when it comes to the U.S., Canada, the U.K. and those are my biggest
No, because
streamers. It's going to
they're.
be more than
I
that.
don't think. I don't think they will. You know why? Because they're saying, "Oh, okay, you're already paying your 8.99, 9.99,
Well,
twelve
no,
ninety nine a month, and then if you want to have someone who's outside, your kid leaves home and he goes to college and he wants to share that account
yes,
here, 2.99. You know, I don't think that that's not fair. You know, for those people who don't use the K word, you know,
yep.
to be able to keep them in their own pocket and still be able to watch, that Netflix content. You know?
Yeah, I still think they're going to lose subscribers, and this is one of
Yeah,
the
they already
reasons.
have. They already
Yeah, they
have a
lost,
lot of
but
people.
they're and I think that it was projected second quarter. They're projected a 2.5 million is what.
Hmm.
Or no, excuse me. So I take that back. So they claimed that all right when they went and talked to the stockholders fourth quarter of last year, they were projecting to gain 2.5 million in that amount of time, and they lost 200,000. But again,
Okay.
the war is going on.
Right.
700,000 subscribers lost just in Russia.
And
A lot of things going on.
and another thing though that people don't uh, think about is, like, say for example, when you got Netflix that was going out and they were, they had some type of catalogs of stuff
Yes.
that they were getting from everywhere else, and then they were also doing stuff on their own, and everyone was all happy when Netflix was doing their own stuff, but it was costing them a lot of money.
Yeah,
It cost
it
them a
does
lot of
cost.
money
It
to
does cost.
put on your own shows. That's why a lot of their shows didn't last too long, because they got to sit there and say, well, we got 18 billion people who are subscribed here. Look how many people watch this show. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And they say they cut it, instead of just saying, okay, we'll sell it off to someplace else, because they don't want no one else to make the money.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. They probably do.
Yeah.
It does cost a lot to create your own content,
Oh yeah.
and Netflix is going to be forced to do this more and more.
Yeah.
And also, we see Netflix do another thing. Netflix buys content from other countries. We
Hmm.
see that Korean stuff
That,
all the
yeah,
time.
Korean.
They're
You
really
know.
or because we had Squid Games,
Yeah.
which was not created by Netflix. That was
No,
bought
that was what.
from a Korean producer, and so it
Hmm.
was a Korean movie. There has been a couple other ones that we've seen because they're always dubbed, and
Yeah.
like there was a couple out of Belgium or
Uh
somewhere
huh.
like that, or Germany. The Rain, I think, was one that was bought from Europe. So they will buy stuff. In doing your own content does cost you. I think that right now with Netflix, think about this though. So Netflix is going up on the rate. Now, you said 7.99, 8.99. That's a joke, okay? That you because
Hmm.
here in Canada,
Well, that's Canada.
all right, so again, you got to think about this. All right, the Canadian dollar is not equal to the US dollar, so it's
Right.
not apples to apples. I think in the US you can get away with Netflix for 19.99,
No,
gives
I,
you
I pay less than that.
but all right, do you have 4K content?
No, I don't. I
Right.
don't.
Okay. So
Okay.
you don't have the top tier.
Right.
Do
I
you
refuse to.
Right. So if you paid a lot of people are like, well, I want the top tier, I want the
Yeah.
4K, this that. So Blue pays for the 4K. So
Okay.
the US for the top tier of Netflix right now is like 19.99 if you're paying for the top tier. That gives
Hmm.
you 5 users.
Yeah.
Gives you 4K content. In
Hmm.
Canada, it's like 23.99. It's like $24 because of
Uh-huh.
the value of the dollar
Hmm.
compared to the US. I don't know what it is in the UK,
Yeah.
but all right, so you're already paying that much, and then they're going to say we're going to kick on another $4 or $5, or let's
Hmm.
say, all right, let's be safe, like you said, $3.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to be $3. I think it'd be more when it comes out. Are you willing now? If you're in the U.S., are you willing to pay that
All right.
$24 a
Be,
month for
well,
Netflix?
you got to think about it. Now you got your kid that says, "I
Ah,
still want my Netflix," and they're
I'd be
away
like,
in
get a
college.
job.
Right.
You
Well,
better give me
I
some
know
money.
we all know what you would say, but these kids, the parent is saying, "Well, I'm already, you know, shelling out for the college, and I want them to. I want to, like, let's say for example, they used to watch a show together. You know what I mean? Mommy, I want to, watch the show with you. You know what I mean? So you
I was a
say
mean
for
parent. I was
$3,
a mean parent. I'd be like, I
but you'll say for $3 here, instead of you saying, no, I'm going to shell out another, 19.99.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that I think for that reason it's worth it. If you
I
got kids
still
around, and
How many people are going to drop them though? I mean, I think that they're going to. They lost two hundred
how many
thousand
people
subscribers.
are going to drop Netflix?
Yeah,
A,
I mean,
a,
if they
a lot. Well, It all
I think
depends.
that they're
It all
I think they're
depends.
going to lose a lot because
They're
but
gonna
my
lose a
point
lot,
is
but they're gonna, once they see what the Hulu and the Disney is doing to them, they're gonna be concerned because Disney's pulling a lot of different things. They're because they think that they could take something off of the normal network and put it on there, and they think that people are gonna go running to them. Uh, I don't think it's gonna happen. You
yeah.
know, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, I saw Noir posted 15 pounds in the UK. Now, again,
Okay.
that's a pound. So pound is pretty equal to the US dollar. The euro is better off than the US dollar. And Mandy's here's mine will go bye bye. I mean, my thought is this is all right. So right now, Netflix is freaking out about their numbers because of
Mhm.
losing subscribers, da 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 da. And again, profit loss. When when they're sitting with them charts, just imagine we've seen boardrooms and they got the chart and where our profits and this and that. They're gonna lose when they get rid of the pass when they crack down on passwords. And now let me clarify. So, and this isn't going to happen for probably close to a year. This isn't going to happen tomorrow. So, no need to get all too worked up. But also, if you're using multiple users inside your home, that counts as you won't get in trouble for sharing your password within your home. It's
Listen,
only a problem
no,
when you're sharing your password outside your home, your IP address. So,
right.
just try to clarify so in case some people are like, "Ah, well, my kid uses it." Well, if your kid lives with you, no
Mhm.
worries. But if your kid
Yeah,
lives in
we
college or your
college.
kid lives in another home,
Mhm.
then it could be a problem. But I think they're going to lose subscribers. That
Listen,
220
but
million.
Netflix, they're not foolish because what they'll do, I promise you, this is what they'll do. They're gonna have just like how when when they up their price and they have a little pop up that pops up that okay, Netflix is has increased the price. You got to click here to agree, and that's it. Yeah, what I'm saying. So they're gonna do the same thing. I'll bet you with when they crack down on the uh, the passwords, they're gonna say, oh well, we see that you're a Netflix user out of this account. Uh, you're gonna have to click on which of these people that you want to be able to have access to it.
Right.
You give them access. You click on
Okay.
it. Boom. They're gonna charge you the $2.99. It's gonna be so automated for them,
Well, yeah,
and they're
yeah,
gonna
when they go
and they're gonna just because people are stupid. They're just gonna click on it because they want to get to watch whatever they want to watch.
yeah, well, yeah, I do think that a majority, I don't think everybody, the
Yeah.
majority of users will just pay it and move on. They'll just
Right.
I'll just pay it
They're
because it
gonna
comes
pay.
out of their debit. It's
Right.
into their debit card or their credit card
Hmm.
and all that stuff. They don't even see it. It's so
Right.
it's like you're paying a membership to the gym. And it
Hmm.
comes out of your bank account or whatever, and you don't even know it. You've been paying for it for 2 years and ain't even been at the gym.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna that yes, it will happen. They will have to send a notice saying, do you want to add this person because it's
Hmm.
outside your home?
Yeah.
Yes, I do think the majority of the people will, but I think that they will lose a substantial amount of people will leave them.
Yeah.
I think that see, this is Netflix thoughts. I think
Hmm.
Netflix is like, okay, so you're sharing passwords. So we crack down on this. One of two things are going to happen. You're either going to add your cousin Jimmy to
Hmm.
your account because he's been using your account for 3 years,
Yeah.
or you're gonna kick Jimmy off and tell Jimmy get his own damn account, and Jimmy's gonna get an account, and
Yeah.
Netflix is like we're gonna be good because Jimmy
Hmm.
got an account, but most
Yeah.
likely Jimmy a tightwad and ain't got no money,
You ain't got
so
no money.
Jimmy ain't gonna pay for that account. So
Hmm.
I think that Netflix is looking at it. They're like, well, this is where we're going. This is where we're
But
losing
but
money.
it also goes to like you could be Mr. Cheapo and say I'm not getting one for my kids,
Yeah,
and the kids were using it more than you, and they're like, damn it, I'm gonna have to go pay for it, you know,
maybe,
or
maybe
take a look at all those grandparents out there that have Netflix that they use that their grandkids set up
soft
for them.
hearts. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
soft. Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And
You're right.
and and you know what I'm saying? they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, my grandbaby, yeah, yeah."
Mhm.
They can still watch. Well, they could say no, hell no.
Yeah. So
Hell with that kid. He stole everything else from me.
I think that someone's going to happen. And again, this article talks about that the numbers of Netflix is known that there's been password sharing for years,
Hmm.
and it hasn't bothered them to all of a sudden now.
Right.
The
Because they
other
lost
thing
so
that
much. They lost a
the
lot.
well, they didn't lose. They just didn't make as much as they wanted to make. I mean, that's a
No, no,
difference.
no.
There's the difference
What
of
they lost.
losing and not making as much as you want to make.
No, they lost so much when it comes to the Hulu, the Disney, and all those guys because they pulled all that content from
Yeah.
them, and so
Yes.
that content leaves them. So those people say, "Oh, I only want to watch my Marvel movies," and they're gonna go leave and they're gonna go
Well,
to
you gotta go to
Disney.
Disney. Yep, you gotta go
Right?
to
You know
Disney.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
that
That was
hurt them.
another big, yes, that was another big ticket item that Netflix
Hmm.
lost is all the Disney stuff and the Marvel. So,
Hmm.
so we got that. So again, Netflix is there. I don't know. To me, I see them in this critical alarm bells going off because they're like, we got to crack down on the passwords. And what's the
Hmm.
next thing that Netflix said they would never do? The president of
Yeah.
Netflix over and over and over
Hmm.
said, we will not do this platform.
Hmm.
Now we're going to offer an ad-based
Hmm.
application, which I don't I don't argue the ad-based application because we've seen a lot of services that do it.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people don't are not bothered by an ad-based subscription.
I
We've seen
am.
HBO. Well, not you, but a lot of people. There's a lot of people that pay for the HBO with the ads. There's a lot of people that do the Paramount Plus with the ads. A lot of
Right.
people do the. I think Discovery Plus has
Yeah,
one
that
with
has
the
a written
ads.
ads. Yeah.
So people are willing to. Hulu's got one with the ads. So I think that this part I think this is kind of smart to give a ultra low price product with the ads to say, you know what, maybe you're on a budget, you can't afford the 10, 12, $19 a month, but can you afford $7? And we'll just stick some ads, because if you're a recent cord cutter, so if you've turning off the cable TV and you jump to say, well, Netflix is going to be my majority of where I get my content from, I'm used to seeing ads already. So for you to see some ads, it's not going to bother you. I think for us in our circle, in our that people that follow me and the people that are in our cord cutting circle, we tend to be a little bit more highbrowed and be a little bit more finicky about ads. We're not used
Hmm.
to seeing ads.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
can't take them.
I mean, we are spoiled and we
Hmm.
don't see ads.
Right.
So, but
That's true. I don't look at it that way.
the majority of users don't know what we know. They don't
Hmm.
experience what we experience.
Yeah.
So I think for them to go to a oh, wait a second, where'd I go there? To a where'd it go? I lost my tab.
Hold on, I'll get it for you.
That's all right. I'll grab
You
it.
got it? Okay.
I can get it from here.
No, you
So
can
I
right
think a
click
lot
and with Vivaldi, you can right click and undo tab.
undo tab. I see move tab, clone tab, reload tab,
Uh, it should be.
reopen close tab.
Yeah, reopen close.
No, I ain't
No,
it.
that's not the one.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that tab, we don't worry about that tab anyways.
Hmm.
So I think that with the ads, I think that that is a smart business thing, and I think that they will gain subscribers due to that. Whereas I think that
Depending
cracking
on the
down,
price.
but so even if it's going to be probably they're going to hit that $7.99, $8.99, $6.99.
Uh
That's
huh.
where I think they'll probably hit that sweet spot to gain. So I think that that's you're going to gain subscribers that way. Um, so I'm wondering. I seen a couple people when I opened up the tab over here. Some of these folks
Hmm.
are talking.
I have
How
a
many of
couple
these
stars
people?
there.
How many people? They lost. They estimated second quarter over
Super.
2 million. Yeah. That's I did read another article where they did say about that they were thinking they're projecting second quarter of losing 2 million subscribers, especially when they talk about the prices going up.
Hmm.
Um, Leon says I started with Netflix. It delivered 3 new videos in the week through the mail, and that was you.
And
You
that
were
was me.
the.
I was
I
doing
was too.
eight at a clip. 8 at a clip,
Yeah.
and
And I had I
and
had the bit mail in
ripping
one,
and
yes.
roaring, you know.
Um, so Mark's here says with those streaming companies raising prices, it just means I'm saving even more money by pirating. Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
it, all the subscribe. I mean, again, when we talk, we're talking about Netflix. It's the big dog.
Yeah.
It's the big guy. It's the big kid in the schoolyard.
Hmm.
So there is a lot of it does have more stuff, or and its prices and this thing it does make a bigger wave. But all of the subscriptions be going up. We talked about Amazon just the other day. Um, let's see. You got let's see. Steve said he dropped Netflix 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Yep. And so Funster B says, I share with my neighbors, but we also share the same IP. Boom. There you go.
Hmm.
That's a guy. Funster's got it going on. He ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about it because he's able to do it. Um, will Netflix reduce their prices by introducing ads? Yes, it will be.
That's what I'm saying. They have to,
They will.
you know.
They will. They'll offer a low package. And again, HBO Max does it. And there was talk people were going to raise hell. Well, if you don't want the ads, you don't pay for that package. So,
No, but what I'm saying is, don't go and say, "Oh well, you've been paying X amount for so long,
yeah,
and then now because we're going to introduce ads, you're gonna you're gonna either have to stay with us or lose us because you don't want to pay that tier because that tier is more than what you've been paying.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not right. Then they will actually definitely lose me because that's not fair to me. They've been doing this all
But
along to me.
all right. So let's be honest. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Auburn,
Hmm.
cable companies,
Yeah.
satellite companies, cell phone companies, your subscriptions,
Hmm.
none of them value a
I got
long-term
you.
customer.
I know. I know.
Satellite TV or satellite radio
Yeah.
don't buy.
They,
The only one satellite radio
well,
is the
satellite.
only satellite
I have a
radio.
lifetime. I have
So
lifetime
satellite
with them.
radio is
So.
the only one that you can bitch at and get them to
Hmm.
change the price.
Hmm.
The other ones,
Yeah,
that's
they
what your
don't care.
price is.
Yeah.
You can leave us,
Yeah.
and then
Satellite
if you
radio. I have.
decide down the radio later, decide down the road to come back, we'll give you a better price. We
Hmm.
see that with satellite TV does that all the time. You got this limited deal. Cable TV does that. You got
Hmm.
a better deal. So you think that Netflix is going to say, well, Auburn, you've been with us
Hmm.
since
I
the
know.
disc days,
They don't. I know. They don't care.
and
I
they'll
know.
be like, and move on.
Yeah.
Um,
And what was worst of it is because they split it up into two different entities. It was either discs or
yes,
or streaming.
or streaming. Yep.
Before there was a point where it was all in one, and then they said, "Oh, it's going to be either one or the other." So then I said, "Okay, I'll have to go to streaming now because
Well, you can't even get
nothing
the
was on
disc no
disc no
more.
more."
So that was
Right?
probably
Nothing was
a
on disc.
smart
No,
choice.
I know. I'm not even sure if they still do discs.
They
I,
don't.
I
I
they
guarantee you.
gotta be. They gotta still be doing discs.
Hell no, no,
No,
no,
you don't think so?
no way, no way.
Listen,
They're doing
there
disc
are
stuff.
places like Eddie's Block. Okay, if he
You're gonna
wanted
set up a
discs,
stand. You're gonna
yeah,
set up a stand.
he needs
You're gonna
discs.
and we make that joke because Eddie's
Yeah,
internet is so bad.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would.
No, there are
I
people in
guarantee you that Netflix
Alaska
is
that
doing
need
business.
it. That still would need it. There
Yeah,
really are places that you know, Timbuktu. Okay, I still want to get a disc.
yeah,
You think
they ain't doing it.
they're not going to say, oh well, I'm going to pay this guy, charge this guy every month for his 3 disc subscription, and it's
Yeah.
going to take him a month to get the disc anyhow.
Well, hey, all right. I'll give you a chore during the
Hmm.
show here.
Yeah,
You get on your little Google over there while I'm talking because you know how I can talk.
yeah,
You get on your little Google and you tap
and
it
to
up
find
there.
out if
You
they're still
find me Netflix that still does discs, and I'll
okay.
say I'm wrong because
Okay,
I guarantee you they don't do it no more. There's no way they're
let
doing the
me
discs
let me
somewhat.
go back into my account.
Yeah, you take a look at it. All right,
I'm just gonna check my account and see if I could switch it to this service.
check it,
Yeah.
check it.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
say I'm wrong. So Diesel says here, raise prices, introduce ads, get a discount until the next price raise. And that you're right. you're not locked into whatever this price is. It's going to be,
Mhm.
that's the introductory price. Inflation, whatever, whoever wants to say whether it's going to go up. Jim said I had Direct TV for 10 years. When I canceled them, they tried to keep me. And the same thing happened to me when I was with Time Warner down in the States. When I went to turn my cable box in, they tried to oh, no, you don't want to do that. Well, let's give you a deal. Let's give you,
Mhm.
we'll give you. And I said, no. They're like, oh, but hey, we're going to give you your internet because my internet was with them. So your
Mhm.
internet, and then we'll give you basic cable and it'll be the same price. I said, for how long? For 1 year. Well, then I got to come back here next year and argue with you about it again. And I said,
Right.
no, you keep it. The guy's like, you don't understand. I'm telling you, you get the same price, but you'll get the cable channels. And I said, but then I got to come back here. I have
Mhm.
to remember to come back
Come
because
back. Right.
the price goes up automatically, folks. They don't
Mhm.
send you a notice. Their price just goes up. If you didn't put it on your damn phone for a calendar and said, you know, check your bill, cancel cable TV, your bill goes up and it's going to go up to whatever they're charging at the time.
Uh huh.
So Jim's right. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to try to talk you into keeping it.
Right. Just click on the link in the side there for
Oh
you.
shit! Hold on a second, motherfucker. All right, so let's. I'm gonna try one. All right, all right. I'm wrong. I cannot believe. What's their library? Is it the full library?
They have. There's a better library on DVDs than there are on streaming. Believe it or not,
Okay. Well,
because
so take.
there's a lot of stuff that's on DVD that never made it to streaming.
All right. Well, I'll admit when I'm wrong, and
I
I'm
would
wrong.
know. I'm
I
telling you, I got
cannot.
tons of stuff
I
that I just
cannot
can't
believe
find.
it. I
Yeah,
cannot believe it. All right. So, but look at 2 discs.
yeah.
So, what this means, folks, for you young kids that don't quite remember when Netflix first started out. So, what this means is that you go online and you tell them what movie you want or what 2 movies you want. They send them to you in the mail in a self-addressed envelope so that you can mail them back. But you don't get your next 2 selections until they get those 2 back. Or if you sent one back, they'll send you your next
One
item.
back, right?
So with 2 discs, I mean, you could be limited to watching. All right, so let's say you're close to them. Okay, so your mail's
Hmm.
quick.
Yeah, if your mail's quick,
So
you're
what?
good.
So
I
what do
was
you think?
getting,
You can
I was doing, I was getting
6 discs a
16.
week.
I was getting 16 a week. Sometimes I could
Okay,
get more.
you could have how many out though? You had 8 that you could
I
have
was
out.
doing 8 at a time.
Okay, so 8 out meant so you could do your double. So at
Yeah.
the best, a person could get no more than 4 movies a week
Hmm.
for your $15 a month. Because you got to figure you get it, you watch it, you stick it back in the envelope, you mail it away, and until they get it, they don't send you a new one. So that's, I mean, $15 a month, and we're bitching about $19, and you can watch as many as you
Hmm.
want. But again, these are
Right.
the full DVDs. If you're a
Full
person that likes
DVDs.
to
Yep.
rip,
Yep.
if you're a rip hoarder,
Yeah.
like some other people on the panel,
Uh huh.
yes, that's when these
And
kind of
if you
things.
like the extras,
The extras,
extras.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's tons of extras
Yeah,
on
so,
the
all
disc.
right. So, hey, let's move on to our next part of the
Okay.
next fixed discussion because damn, we're gonna be up. We're 40 minutes in.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone.
So, so Netflix. One of the other things is, and you've complained about it. Blues complained about it. Numerous of my friends. Netflix stops shows that are good shows,
Hmm.
and again, that pisses people off.
Yep.
When you got a good show and Netflix says, we're not renewing
Hmm.
that."
It's costing them
Um,
too much money.
it does because creating a show costs money. What happens when a show? Let's talk about, let's say, Friends.
Hmm.
So Friends had numerous seasons. Do you remember as Friends the seasons went on, everybody wanted what? The
They're getting
cast.
what, a million something an episode they were getting.
Every one of them wanted more money.
Yeah,
Yeah, every person is like, I want more money. I
yeah.
want more money.
And
This is my
they were up to $1 million an episode,
yeah.
each of them. It was
So
insane. A
Netflix is
half
like,
hour.
you ain't playing that because as soon as you want some
Hmm.
more money, goodbye, bye
Yeah.
bye, you're gone. So I think that with Netflix, they don't fall into that because they're like, yeah,
Hmm.
whatever. Yeah, we'll cancel it. Probably the OA. What was it? 2 seasons of the OA, and there was numerous. I know that Blue liked this. I didn't really like it. This Dark Crystal of that
Oh, oh, the
Muppet
Muppet
thing.
thing. No, no, I don't
Yeah,
know
you know what I mean? It was that
that.
Dark Crystal. It
Yeah.
wasn't me. She loved it. She's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
this is great." I'm like, whatever." And boom, gone.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, there it is, gone. So and again, that falls that creates animosity to your customer base. So
Right.
if you're a customer and you're pissed off about them raising the rates, been raising the rates, raising the rates, and then there's the shows you like,
Hmm.
and they cancel your shows.
Yep.
You know, in the grocery business, I remember we were back in the one of the things when they're talking about marketing. They talked about how much it cost to create a loyal customer, and that was through stuff that was on special, that was special deals, and they were like, it cost us $1,000 to create a loyal customer. And once that loyal customer is gone, though, all that money you invested on getting that person and it's a real loyal, it's gone. And I think with Netflix, you're starting to see that they built this loyalty, but over time they're losing this. They're between
Hmm.
cancellations, price increases, more different things that's complaining. And I think that the money that they spent to get this loyal customer base is going to dwindle because they're looking at it short-sighted. To me, I'd rather win by volume. I'd rather be and I use the example of Fire Sticks. And again, this falls into our realm of conversation. Fire
Hmm.
Sticks.
Yeah.
They're cheap. I mean, and not cheap as in because they're actually a pretty decent device
Yeah.
now. Not back
Not
when,
that
but
back then.
the
Yeah.
current devices are
Hmm.
decent devices. But Amazon really doesn't make any money on the device. But they flood the market with this device that's very inexpensive. They're not making any money on it. But what that does is you flood the market with this stuff that it gives the market less room for competition.
Hmm.
Now, if Amazon said, well, you know what, all our fire sticks the cheapest fire stick we're going to have is $50 and they're going to go up from there. Well, then that's going to make room for competition. And that's what
Right.
Netflix is doing here.
Hmm.
Netflix is making room for competition because if you piss off your customers enough and you keep raising your prices, you're going to create a customer that's going to be quick to jump ship, that's going to be angry. If you keep the prices low to where they're like, why would I leave this? It's good. It's good. It's
Hmm.
got what I need. And I can't complain about the prices. And I think that Netflix is looking short-sighted because they want to hit those benchmarks every quarter with their profit because they're a traded stock, they want to hit the marks. Uh, and that's to me where I see Netflix is becoming short-sighted and it's going to hurt them. You're better off to keep your base happy and you're going to make more money in the long run, in my thoughts. So
Hmm.
I don't know. So I don't know what anybody did anybody else have anything else that they were chiming in with?
Yeah. Yeah. On
Yeah.
the Star stuff. Just
Oh,
saying.
sorry. I get that other tab open and
Yeah, I know. I know.
it's hard for me to
How do you
pop
think I
open.
feel?
Blamo says ads are okay, but it's pathetic that instead of rethinking their payment process and they just offer a lower tier with ads. Netflix is used to be like $6. And you're right.
Yeah.
And again, it's just easy to up the price, up the price, up the
Hmm.
price.
Just
Uh,
unstar them. Unstar them when you're done with them, please.
okay.
This
All
way it
right.
makes it
That's the
easier.
thing. Mando, I have over 3,700 DVDs I can't seem to part with.
I got you beat. Okay, 17,000.
Fucking
Okay.
hoarder.
Yep.
Let's see.
But if you
Look the
ever
recent
but
the Jerry curls.
if you ever needed the the special stuff there for a movie, I have it. So there.
Yeah, yeah, all the specials.
Yeah.
You definitely do. So, all right, let's move on to another topic.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, we are
Sure.
going
We're
long on
behind.
certain
Yeah.
topics. Yeah, way behind.
Yeah.
So Prime Video and again, Prime Video has come out, and they're starting. They're a a force to be reckoned with, and more times than not, a lot of us had Prime Video and never turned the damn thing on because we got Prime for the shipping. We only wanted it for the 2 day shipping or the 1 day shipping, depending on where you lived. But Prime Video is slowly working their way up with their own content that they have had some really good movies and TV show. They've done better and better with that. And just recently, they loaded up with the acquisition of the MGM library.
Hmm.
The MGM library is humongous. Anybody that remembers when you guys used to watch or when you watch a movie and it has the tiger or the lion at the
Yeah, the
beginning,
line.
that was an MGM movie. So
Hmm.
if you think about that's a lot of movies
A
that
lot of
is going
content.
to be added to the Amazon library. Now we don't know exactly when because it's not all going to plump in there all at once, but they're going to give themselves a lot of content to work with. The 007 here it says the 007 films to just
Hmm.
name some.
Now,
So
I got
for
a question for you though.
yeah,
Now, what do you think though? Because we've seen a lot of different sites go down that are cloud-based things, and we've already spoke about how Netflix has it locked up by having servers everywhere.
yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think is going to happen now when you get Hulu and Disney Plus and all these guys are storing their stuff up there, and they're trying to stream it, and people all over the place trying to stream this stuff. What do you think is going to happen if people get the buffering and all that other crap?
Well, if you get buffering and you're paying for a service,
Hmm.
it's most people you're going to have it for a little while and you're going to get fed up with it. We know
Hmm.
does Netflix has a unique business model or business structure. What would we call it? It's not a business structure. It's a filing system where
Yeah.
they rent or they put
They have
servers.
they put service.
They
That's
they
their own
put
service.
servers at your ISP, your internet provider. Netflix has these racks of hard drives at your your ISP, and this is why Netflix can get high quality, popular shows and movies to you, even when you have low internet. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I have no problems with Netflix, but when I try to use XYZ, it buffers." Well,
Hmm.
Netflix has rented or they put server racks at your ISP, and they had I can't remember the thousands of the racks that they had across the world, but that we when we read the article a couple months ago, it was thousands of racks that they have at your ISP, so you're able to get the content early. Now the thing about this is I notice it when Blue was looking at it, and so you're watching the trending TV shows or movies.
Hmm.
You're like, it's beautiful. This is 4K. It's beautiful. Go to watch something that is not trending.
Right.
Then you start seeing that pixelation
Yep.
because then you're not watching it local from your ISP. You're watching it from their actual servers around the world from the Netflix servers. And that's all the other services have to battle with that. Now, I don't know if the other services will do the Netflix style of putting racks at your ISP because
Yeah.
Netflix, maybe Amazon could.
Yeah.
I think Amazon
But
could because they got
but
the money.
Amazon has AWS anyhow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
But that's going down. That has
That
been
has
going
gone
down.
down.
Yeah, and that's what I'm concerned about. What's going to happen when you got the person that went out and spend the money? They said, "I'm going to get rid of uh, cable. I'm going to get rid of Netflix. I only watch stuff on Disney and Amazon." And they're going to go to turn on Amazon, and they're not going to get their content. What's going to
Yeah,
happen?
maybe. Yeah.
You
Well, I
know?
mean, I think I think you'll see people that get fed up and
Hmm.
trial and error and
Yeah.
cancel shit.
They'll be
Um,
blaming all of us because they'll say, "You see, you were wrong to tell me to, you know."
well, I would have told them I didn't tell you to pay for any of that shit anyway. So if you're listening to me, you wouldn't have been paying
Right,
that to
right.
start with.
That's
But we
right.
can't talk about all that stuff on this show.
Right.
But if you talk to me on Telegram,
Yeah.
we can discuss how you're
Hmm.
not paying that. But hey, that's on you. What you pay is what you pay.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a big. So again, Amazon is going to just be a bigger beast, and we see Amazon raising their prices, claiming all their bullshit. But again, I don't feel bad for them because Amazon has made a killing over the last 2 years for this pandemic. So, one of the other things, and we found an article here. Why are people canceling Disney Plus? And I'm going to try to dance around this as carefully as possible
Hmm.
because I feel like sometimes, and I know that I'm going to be hit up on, people are going to hit me up with me being hateful. I think in a lot of aspects, everybody is so hypersensitive, careful, geopolitical. Everything has got a political spin, and if you're on this side, you're against this side, and oh my God, everything has to be politicized. And that goes. It doesn't even matter what country you're in. We've got friends in all these other countries, and we talk. That's all the same bullshit. So people are canceling Disney, and again, so Florida, again, a state in the U.S. Each state in the U.S. for people outside the world, each state can pass their own laws within range, for their state. So we got 50 states, so you got 50 different states that can make whatever laws, or not any law, but they can make certain restrictions or certain laws in their state. So Florida decided that they wanted to pass a law about the parental rights in education bill. There was some discussion on the news. I saw things about it in the news, but again, I don't live in Florida. Not really worried about it. And again, it passed, and it had to do with, um, what schools can talk about in class, from kindergarten to third grade, what they're allowed to talk about in kindergarten to third. And Florida tends to be a more conservative state, so if that helps people to understand, it's a more conservative state. And they put restrictions on what you can talk about in sexual orientations between kindergarten and third grade. The law passed. They passed through the House or whatever in Florida. Then people freaked out because then Disney says, you know what? We're not in supporting of this law. We don't support this law. We think everybody should have equal rights. Da 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 da. So we're not in favor of this law. Now, Disney it is it's founded, or its home is in Florida. So again, that does affect them. And they're like, "Well, we don't approve of this law, but the law's already passed, and we don't approve of it." So then you had all of the people on the right wing said, "We're canceling Disney because they went against this law. They're talking bad about this law in the classrooms." And then you had the other side of it that said, well, Disney was too slow to react. Disney should have been on the front end of this, and Disney, being the mogul company that they are, Disney should have pushed legislation and put money into the fight against this law ever becoming a law. And they should have fought on the front end of this. Now, I'm not saying this law is right, wrong, indifferent. What I'm saying is that, why does everything have to be politicized? And now people are
Right.
canceling Disney because Disney doesn't support the law. And you got the people that are canceling Disney because
Because
you didn't support it quick enough.
Mhm.
Um, I think as a people, we're so politicized on everything. Um, I'm going to cancel Disney because I don't want Disney. Or I'm going to pay for Disney because I like Disney,
Right.
not because what their stance is
What this
on
stands for
on
on an
somebody,
issue.
some rights. I
Hmm.
mean, I can believe what I want to believe, but I don't think that I need to force my beliefs on Disney.
Right.
And that's where I think that this is where it comes to. Everybody feels like the companies you support should have the same political beliefs as you,
Yeah, that's cool.
but they probably don't.
Nope.
And so you're going to cancel all the companies that don't support your own political belief? What the hell? I
It's
mean,
crazy.
to me, it's like this doesn't make sense. And I'm not making light. This is a law. You can believe what you want. If you think it's proper law, you think it's a not proper law. Well, I don't care. I mean, that's your decision. You decide that. I don't live in Florida,
Hmm.
and I don't know enough about the bones of it. I know the broad idea of it, but for me to hold Disney responsible on either way, that they
Hmm.
supported or didn't support it, and I'm going to hold them responsible that they have to believe what I believe and support what I want. If they don't support me, they're gone. Is I don't know. I think that I don't want to say hypersensitive, but I don't think that's
Well,
the
they
way
are
we need to go.
hypersensitive. It's crazy.
I just, and again, you can look, folks, look it up, look up the law, read about it. Again, but here you got the thing about the boycott. I'm a boycott, and people hear this boycott Disney is trending. And maybe you saw this on your Twitter and you're like, oh, what the hell does this even mean? This is what it's about. But it's funny. You got people boycotting that are on both sides of this.
Wow.
It's like, what the hell? I mean, you know, Disney didn't do it quick enough. They didn't fight for it hard enough. No, they're fighting against it. So we're going to boycott them. So
Are you trying to
I
tell
don't know.
me I have to be on Twitter to boycott them? I've been trying to boycott them for years because they wouldn't let me in because I got a hit on that stupid freaking rat. You
Well,
know?
that's because you abused Mickey Mouse, and
Hey,
we've talked
hey,
about this.
listen.
You
He's
maybe
a
need to see somebody to talk to
So
someone about
what's
abusing
wrong if
Mickey
you
Mouse.
see a rat and you take a bat to his head? Why? Just because some kids are crying? Come on. You know, it's a big fucking rat.
uh,
I'm gonna hit it. Okay. You
uh,
know.
oh Lordy. All right. So all right. Aubin is not banned. We've talked about it. Aubin's banned from Disney World because he
Yeah.
he abused Mickey Mouse. Let me try to refresh this here. So another thing we were going to talk about with or
Disney
Dancing with the
Plus.
Stars,
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, and Disney Plus.
ABC show.
ABC. This is an ABC show for 16 years.
Yep.
It's been with ABC for 16 years, 32
Part of Disney.
seasons or something like that. 30
Yeah.
seasons. 30 seasons of Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars is going to Disney Plus. So if you're a person
Losing
that
their
doesn't
minds.
have, if you don't have Disney Plus, you're not going to be able to see it. Um, but
And then
we're going that way. Things are going that
that's
direction.
come on, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous for them to do that. Why would you? Now you're forcing it on people. Oh well, oh you want to watch your Dancing with the Stars? Because that was the highest rated show on our network. You know what?
Yep.
No, we're gonna take it away from you, and we're gonna force you to get Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's yeah. You're right.
You
It's
know,
a force to try to force it. But all right. So do you think someone that's watching Dance with the Stars and doesn't have Disney Plus
mhm.
is all of a sudden gonna say, oh, I gotta have it. I gotta
some
have it.
there are some wackos out there. Okay.
Yeah.
And, well,
I
look,
can't
well,
see
listen,
anybody.
listen. I'll give you a perfect example. Say you take your discovery shows or that like that 90 Day Fiance. You got all these people that watch it. They're addicted to the show, and then they say, "Oh, here on our Plus platform, you get to see them actually curse and do this and that, and you get all the behind the scenes stuff." And all those people ran over there for it, right?
Mhm. Well, that
You
was
know?
yeah. If you got back to behind the scenes, I can see if you got extra content,
Yeah.
but not the regular show.
Right. But not the regular show. I know. I know.
So, I guess all right. So this is all right. So you got to look at the business model on this. So Dance with Stars, you said number one,
Hmm.
their number one money maker.
Yeah. One of
So
the
you have
numbers.
all the ads that go
Yeah.
during Dance with Stars because if you've ever watched Dance with Stars, it is chock full of fucking ads. I mean,
Hmm.
it is ad.
Yep.
Well, coming up next, we're gonna see so and so dance.
So
The judges,
wearing
well, we're
these
gonna after
shoes
this
that they're gonna
ad,
have a commercial on.
ad. So are you going to get the money that you were getting from the ads? Can you recoup that in the increasing on your users getting Disney Plus? I can't see. I
Yep.
that would seems I can't see how that business model works that you would
Hmm.
gain that many people signing up for Disney Plus because of Dance with the Stars. You're going to get that many new subscriptions to offset what you lost.
Hmm.
How many commercials in a Dance with the Stars episode? One episode? Because what isn't it like 2 hours long or It's got to be at least
So I
an
don't know.
hour, maybe
No.
2 hours. It's a long
Yeah.
show. It seems like
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe because I don't really like it, so it always seemed like it took forever for the show to be over.
Hmm.
But I mean, the money that you're making off those ads. So, but this is going to happen more and more. That popular shows are going to go to these subscription based only, and we're going to see that. And speaking
That's,
of,
yeah.
all right, speaking of subscription based only,
Oh yeah.
we had the fastest shutdown of a streaming service
Hmm.
ever. Quibi
Quibi.
was the one that had the benchmark, and I want to say it was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Quibi was out there, which Quibi was a great idea because it was short movie videos, but we won't go to but Quibi. Quibi was a neat idea, but CNN Plus came out, and we talked about this weeks ago, and I said,
Hmm.
who the hell's going to pay for this?
Yep.
Who's paying for CNN Plus? Who? And I guess we know now only 10,000 people a day were willing to
Well,
watch
well,
CNN
was
Plus. And that's
Charles one of them, right?
no, his cheap ass? Hell no.
No, but
Hell.
what doesn't he watch
He likes
CNN all day
CNN.
long? Yeah,
He
he
watched
watches all day
CNN,
long.
but he ain't watching no CNN Plus. Hey, if is Charles in the chat? Because he'll tell
I
you.
didn't see him. I know.
I don't see him in there, but I'll tell you, my man, he would not pay no $6 a month to watch CNN Plus. I thought this was a stupid business model.
Yeah,
I'm
it
thinking,
was.
what the hell? The news, and again, you're supposed to have gotten. It said exclusive live. I mean, how much live can you see?
Mhm.
You can turn on CNN and watch it on demand, interactive, news-driven programming. La di da di da. 3 weeks later, they announced we will be stopping April 30th. So a
Mhm.
total of 32 days that it was open, that it was active. So not every streaming service is going to make it
Right.
because of the volume that we have, the variety that we have. Not everything is going to make it. Some things are going to fail, which we talked about in the show a couple weeks back when it first talked about it. I didn't see how this was going to make it.
Mhm.
You're talking about your old people. Maybe we could turn, but $6. I ain't coming off $6. I'll wait and
Mhm.
watch it on the regular CNN. So CNN Plus is gone. I guess if you've been paying for it, you
Mhm.
can expect you're only going to be billed once. I hope you didn't pay for the whole
I hope
year.
you
I don't
did.
know
Yeah,
how
I
that
know,
worked.
right?
Because I don't know if they had a whole year thing, but yeah, done. 32 days
Mhm.
total 32 days. So yeah, as of April 30th, that will be the end of CNN Plus. So I don't know. So anybody over in the side chat, tell me if anybody in our side chat paid for
CNN.
CNN Plus. Just give a one.
Yeah.
Alvin, I'm going to move on to the next subject.
Yeah.
You tell me if
Okay.
anybody paid for CNN Plus. I guarantee that nobody that watches my show paid for CNN Plus. That's
Mhm.
my projection. Unless someone's just being smart, it's going to hit number one.
Yeah.
If
No,
Chuck hits
no
it,
one
if
needs
Chuck
guys.
hits it,
No one needs guys. No, I'm gonna
Chuck
see a bunch of ones.
Chuck is going to hit it just to be a smartass. All right,
I gotta
so
hell
stream
no, and then you gotta be cray cray, you know.
yeah. All right. So streaming overload. We've talked about numerous times on the show about
Yeah.
the streaming overload. There is so much content that you can watch. It becomes on. It's hard for you to wrap your head around what you need to watch. And it said over almost half of the people surveyed feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of programming on their streaming services. And we mentioned last week about Plex giving you a little bit ability to try to corral your streaming services so that if you're looking for so let's say you're wanting to watch Moon Knight. Okay,
Mhm.
so Moon Knight. You like new Moon Knight, and you're like, what channel, what service is that? You could actually put that in your Plex, and it would tell you, oh, that's on Disney. Or if you were wanting to watch the movie Moonfall, you're like, I want to watch the movie Moonfall, and if you had Amazon as your subscription, if one of your subscription would say, oh, that you can watch that on Amazon. So certain apps, again, Plex is trying to give you that. Here is all of your content, and this is where you can find that content. And I think that more and more users are going to have to do that because a lot of times people struggle where to find that show, what show to watch. And I mean, how many times Blue and I do it because she'll be flipping. She's like, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? And flip, 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 because there's too many choices.
Hmm.
Too many choices is not good. So many times, too many choices is bad because you can't make up your mind.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people are feeling overwhelmed by their streaming options because it's too much content, too much stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Consumer Reports found this article about replacing your cable TV, and we talked on this show. I don't knock any whatever service that works for you, keep it. If you watch Netflix and you're willing to pay for it, great. If you watch Hulu Plus with the live and it works for you, great. If you want to pay for YouTube TV Live and it works for you, great. Pay for whatever you're needing to do.
Mhm.
Sometimes we pay for too many things and we don't need all these things. This had an article about how to, for $25 a month, how to get content. And so in here, he had $25 a month. He said he would win, and again, pick and choose. But this was just a way of coming up with a inexpensive way to get you some streaming, be a cord cutter and saving. Paramount Plus, and he had Paramount Plus gives you the CBS. It gives you local NFL games, not all your NFL games. That does not mean the NFL Game Pass. It's your local, and you also have to have. I think you had to have with this. You also need to have a cable TV because I know whenever I've tried to watch through some of these things with CBS, it says, "What's your cable provider?" And if you don't have cable TV
Mhm.
with that provider, you can't watch it. But you're able to watch NCAA basketball, PGA golf, Paramount also, and they have they have a two packages. One is $5 a month or $50 if you pay for the year, which has some ads, or you pay for the $10 or $100 for the year, and you can watch it ad free. So it's $5 to $10 depending on ads or no ads, 5 or 10. So that gives you in here both services gives you 3,500 episodes, gives you BET, Comedy Central items. Let's see, MTV, Nickelodeon gives you a lot of different. You're going to get your Yellowstone for us that like Yellowstone, or Halo is on here, 1883. So you're going to get a lot of stuff. So you can get away with that $5. So in here in his plan, paid $5 for the Paramount Plus. Then he went with the Disney bundle. So that's $8 a month or $80 for the year. And with the Disney bundle, you're going to get the Disney movies. You're going to get all the Star Wars stuff. You're going to get, let's see, some of the all your Disney cartoons, your that in Encanto and the Eternals and all that kind of stuff. It also gives you content from ABC, AMC, Bravo, Big Ten networks, some CBS. It also, I think, on this plan. So this was the bundle. So this was the bundle that gave you ESPN Plus. So it gave you ESPN items, Disney, and a lot of times you can get the Hulu, and it's about $14 that you can get this for. So yes, so it says for the Disney with Paramount Plus and the Disney, we're spending $19 of our monthly budget. So Paramount and Disney bundle, which is Disney, ESPN, and Hulu. So you're getting all those. And then it threw in here the ad based because it wanted something cheap. Go with the ad based program for Peacock, and you can get it for free. I think that one. Oh, two tiers, $5 or $10. So you can have the $5 with ads or $10 with the ad free. Um, Oh, I take that back. So the free, so Paramount does have a free. This was the one that had the free with the
Okay.
ads, and then it had less ads for $5 or no ads for $10. And so so then this got them right around that $25 a month. And again, this isn't. I'm not saying go this package, but it's about figuring out what you watch, where it's at. and to be able to plug in so that you're not paying for shit you don't need. And I want to say, was it 2 weeks ago? Wasn't last week? I think it was a week before. We had a website in the show notes that you could actually put in the shows that you cared about, and it would tell you what
Mhm.
platform that was on.
Yeah.
So you could put your shows and you could keep track, and you'd be like, oh, I need this channel because it's got these shows.
Yeah.
So
There's
pay
also
attention to your
there's
bills.
also
Yeah.
Plex. Everyone, you can drink up. I know everyone's getting kind of thirsty out there, but Plex does
So,
it for you.
well, Plex, you also have to get the content yourself.
Yeah, you have to get the content yourself. But
All right. So on the K app, we're going to go to talking about our more favorite subjects, my
all
favorite
right.
subjects. We go to the K app. So some of our folks have complained, and I'm in a lot of my Telegram groups and a lot of the Facebook groups complaining about Trackt. Trackt was having issues. It's not keeping track of my shows that I'm watching. It's issues. So Trackt had an update. The API was there was a fix to it. So basically Trackt fixed their issue. But what you're going to need to do is, if you have Trackt authorized in your add-ons, certain add-ons, you will need to reauthorize Trackt in that add-on to get the latest API. So if you're using the K app and you have add-ons that have Trackt enabled, and I want to say TMDB helper for you folks that have TMDB helper. I've seen lots of people complain about the TMDB helper having issues. Unauthorize it and reauthorize Trackt within TMDB helper, Saren, whatever other add-ons that you're using Trackt in. Reauthorize Trackt, and you're probably going to see a lot of your problems go away. They push an update, but you won't see that update unless you reauthorize. So does that make sense? Hopefully
Yeah.
everyone makes sense. I'll post later this Reddit thread. Read it all you want, and knock yourself out. But basically, if you've had Trackt issues, reauthorize. And it's probably going to be the same with some APKs use Trackt. And you're probably, if you're using an APK with Trackt, you will want to reauthorize your Trackt account with that also to benefit with the API fix. All right, so we constantly are seeing
Let me
pirating
see.
stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, if you looked at Saren is the only one that was giving them that problem.
Okay, Saren.
Right.
Okay, but I
Okay.
know that TMDB helper, a lot of people with TMDB helper, I see a lot of complaints with that. So we may see that fixed. But if you have Trackt enabled in some of your add-ons, just reauthorize it. It takes seconds, and you know what you're doing there, folks.
And another quick one. Can you read that
Yep.
one? Can you
Oh,
see it?
oh,
Uh,
I have to open that
anybody
window
use
there.
anyone use Oro TV?
I have
Aurora?
never used Oreo, or Oro. No,
Aurora?
I've never. I'll have to.
Aurora.
All right, after the show, so I'm gonna have to write that one down because I'm gonna have to. I'll check what that one is.
Okay.
Got Wall Street. I have never used that one, but I will. I'll definitely take a look at. So the IPTV war on IPTV it's not going away. It's going to be constant.
No.
The war on this is going to go on. One of the big places, one of the big companies, or I want to say groups, is the League of the what's that? The
Um.
League of La Liga, which I think is
Lucky.
Italian. I think it's the Italian. Tends to be the Italian
Liga.
football
La.
league.
Yeah.
Spanish, excuse
La
me.
Liga.
Spanish football league.
Uh,
Constantly going after IPTV subscriptions. We've seen this. Torn Freaks there's always one or two every week that this league goes after and takes offline the IPTV services. So they put lists of block this website, do this. They're constantly doing that. They've now moved to not only trying to block IPTV services or illegal streaming sites, because in amongst this article talks about different IPTV services that they went after. They also went after some illegal websites that they said that were streaming the Spanish league, the Spanish football league, and they went after those. Now they want to go after APKs in the Google Play Store.
Mhm.
And these are just players. They are not an IPTV service. They're not anything that gives you content. They
Right.
are like the players. So if any of you guys have used VLC
Mhm.
or MX Player these, just it's just a player. It doesn't do
Odd
anything.
player,
Huh?
odd player. You
Yeah,
know.
not so they're going after a lot of these applications. And when I looked in there, they had TV Mate on there.
Mhm.
Going after TV Mate. They're going after. There was another one that I've seen people post before this XC IPTV player.
Mhm.
They're going after the actual players now. Now, not to say that these things have been blocked or taken out of the Google Play Store. Um, just because LaLiga says that they want them taken down doesn't mean they
Yeah,
get taken
exactly.
down.
Right.
So they're wanting these things taken down, even though they're not actual. None of them are IPTV services.
Right.
None of them give you M3U lists. They're just players. Again, VLC player is probably the most thing where people can kind of wrap their head around it. So
Mhm.
they're going to go after Smarters before long, because I didn't see Smarters on there, but
Right.
Smarters is going to be one that they go
Mhm.
after. This OTT player, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's been around a long
Yeah,
time.
I've
They're
seen that
going
as well. Yeah.
going after that again. Does not offer any links to channels,
Mhm.
content of any sort. It's just a player. So they're going after that. I think that they're trying to go bigger, just throwing it out there, hoping that what their request will happen. But I find it to be pretty funny that they go after some of these stuff. I know this one's called IPTV, 10,000 downloads from the Google Play Store. Well,
Mhm.
guess what? The IPTV app right there
Mhm.
offers 0 channels. So
Yeah.
most people are like, "Oh, I've heard about IPTV. I'm just
Mhm.
going to download this." And they
Yeah.
open it up and it says, "Oh, I need
Mhm.
some
You have to.
credentials, need
Yep.
URLs." And they're like, "I just thought it would work." So um, we're going to see this. I think they're going to try to do this more and more. But it's just, I found it funny
Mhm.
that they're going after these applications, which these applications don't do anything. They're just an application. They're the interface that don't give any illegal content or copyright content. They don't offer it. So how can you take those down? So just found it kind of funny that they're actually trying to do it, but I don't see it. Don't see it playing out. Again, they put in for 85 takedown items. They wanted 85 things taken away. So it's like, really? Yeah. So, but there's in the article it says that they were going to do more reviews, and um, you have to. There was not a final decision. So Albin found this thing about Microsoft Office 2021 lifetime license. Is license spelled right? They don't
Uh,
look
LIC
right. Ain't it an
E
S?
N S E. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Just seems all right.
Sometimes those one of them words that you look at and you
Yeah,
think
it's
that
like that
those ones.
C. It's like
Yeah.
C go there. Does C?
LIC.
So I
LIC.
want to. Yeah. All right.
ENSE.
So never mind. Never mind.
Mhm.
So Auburn found this. Anybody that's tried to, it drives me crazy. Office 360.
Mhm.
F that. F
Yeah.
Office
That's
360.
what I say.
And you want to charge me every year $100? Hell to the no. So again, most of the people that watch my show have alternatives.
Yep.
Not going to go into what those alternatives are.
Yep. No.
Hey, what you know is what you know.
Mhm.
But if you're wanting a legitimate copy of Office Professional 2021 lifetime license, $50.
Yeah.
That is a really good deal. If you're wanting the lifetime license and you want Office 2021 lifetime license, $50. Boom,
Mhm.
here you go. So
And they do have the for the Apple also. They have the Mac Office also.
yep. So yep,
You know,
Mac
so
and for
anyone can.
Windows. Yep.
Yeah.
So good point.
Yeah.
So if you're a person that's looking to get a legitimate copy of Office, there you go, $50. I feel like that's a great deal. I know that there's
Yeah. you know,
Again, people
six
that follow
hundred
me are
something dollars that they normally
yeah,
want.
yeah.
You know.
And I know that my people that follow me are going to say, I could get it for free.
Hmm.
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to get it, I think it's a great deal, great find. And this piggybacks on Office 2013
Yeah.
is Microsoft is ending support for Office
Hmm.
2013 next year. So what that means is it'll still work. Your Office, if you have Office 2013, is going to work after next year. But what it will not, you will not get security updates. And we have seen a lot of this software. It happens. We post on this show all the time
Hmm.
about vulnerabilities in software. There, a vulnerability pops up with this, or a vulnerability pops up with this. So then, whatever the company is, whoever it is, will create a bug fix
Yeah.
to fix that security issue. What Office after next year, after 2023, they will not create any security or bug fixes for Office 2013. So that may be something to keep in your mind. If that's something that you're concerned with, security issues after next year, if you're using Office 2013, that could be an issue for you. So you may want to think about getting a legitimate copy of something like this of the Office 2021 and go with that. So nice little option for you. I was going to talk about Google. The Google Maps are adding traffic light and sign icons. I don't know if you can see this. And they're adding this to where you're going to see the stoplights on when you're looking at the map of where you're going. Instead of it just because before it would just be an intersection, you didn't know if there was
Yeah.
stoplight or stop sign, but they're going to add this, and it may already be on your Google Maps.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I noticed when I was reading this article, and it is already on my, it's already on my phone.
It's been on my phone, but they never showed yeah, uh, the the stoplights. What
Oh, okay.
Google has always done was like you could be sitting in traffic,
Yeah.
and it's because of the lights a lot of times, and
Yeah.
you'll see it when the light goes on. Then you'll see it go yellow or whatever, and the traffic go yellow, and
Yep.
then when it changes back red, you'll see it go back. It's been there, but now I guess that somebody said, okay, well, I'm going to program this down to each stoplight because they have that data.
Yeah. And so that's going to add one of the other things, and this is added, was already added to my Google Maps when we went to Niagara,
Hmm.
is it's showing the toll roads and the estimated toll costs that it's going to cost you to take that trip. Now, that was the first time I'd ever seen this is when we went down to Niagara. Now, maybe it's been on
Yeah,
my phone. I just went nowhere.
yeah. I think that that's been there for a while also because
Well,
I
it
mean
can't
I'm
be.
hearing
I don't know if that's. I'm trying to think with the tolls thing because it told me what my tolls were going to be
but maybe it's a New York thing.
estimated.
Maybe well, no,
Maybe.
it's not even a New York thing because you
Yeah,
weren't
because
in New
this was when
York.
I was
But
Toronto
I have
had
it here in
toll
New
roads.
York. Yeah.
And it was weird that it said when I put in that we were going to Niagara, and I
Hmm.
put in Niagara, blah 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 blah, and it said estimated toll costs $8 and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Whereas before I would see toll road,
Yeah.
it just have a little thing saying there's going to be toll road. Didn't tell me what my costs were going to be,
Hmm.
but now they're actually giving you your estimated toll costs, which I think is neat. I
Yeah.
use Waze more than I use Google,
Hmm.
but I did use Google on one of our stints, and I saw it pop up, and it says, "Oh, your estimated toll costs." And I'm like, "Shit, I didn't know
Yeah.
that they did that." So, Google Maps is adding some stuff, and so if you're a
Yeah.
Google Map user, you may start seeing some of those things pop up.
Um,
Let's see,
that
a
you want to
couple.
do that Gmail one or
No,
no?
no, no,
Okay.
I ain't gonna.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. So I had the thing about the. You pulled up the
Okay.
thing about
Okay.
the.
I see it. I see it.
All right,
Okay.
so a lot of companies are trying to figure out we want to lock in items. And so in the near future, we may see some networks or some streaming services. Let's say there's going to be some streaming services that will lock up the UFC, Formula One, or WWE. These are sports items. Then they're global. These are 3 global sports items, but they're more niche. They are niche sports things, but they're going to be at a price where we may see a Disney, a Netflix, an Amazon, or Paramount, somebody jump in and bid and buy the whole thing so that they get all the rights to show that. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind, because that's where this is going. Things are going to be bought out by stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This article went through talking about UFC 2016 sold for $4 billion, and
Mm-hmm.
it was sold to become the Endeavor Group. $4 billion. Well, Disney was in talks about
Mm-hmm.
buying UFC, but they were worried about their family image and the
There you
blood
go.
that's all in UFC.
Yeah.
So Disney backed off of it. But now Disney, well, I'll say a Disney partner group, the ESPN. ESPN went and bought rights to show the UFC fights and ended up spending a bunch of money to show the rights for some stuff.
Uh-huh.
And ESPN's owned by Disney. And it said, here says 2 years later, ESPN's Disney, paid $1.5 billion for the rights for a 5-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Disney would have been a whole lot better off to buy the whole thing.
Yep.
And even if they'd have bought it for $5 billion, they would have owned it and they would have had all the rights to it to do what they want, but they didn't. So I think a lot of companies are going to, in these kind of sports things, they're going to be bought by a streaming service so that they can
Mm-hmm.
lock up the rights to it.
Yep. To have that content.
Yep, because we want to have that
Crazy.
licensing. We want to have that licensing. And you can license it, and then you can sell it to somebody else to
More stuff they're gonna take away from Netflix, because
Yeah.
Netflix is to have all of the DVDs for all the UFC fights.
Yeah, that was out, but this is
Yeah.
you're right. Yes, the stuff that was after
Mm-hmm.
the post fight, but
Yeah.
but this would also give them the rights to all the live
Yeah.
stuff.
All the live
This
stuff.
game,
Yeah.
this game. So
Yeah.
we may see more and more companies jumping on that. One last thing that I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to let Alban
Okay.
do his thing, and that was how to create your own music streaming service with Plex.
Drink up, everyone.
So, I use Plex for almost on our road trip. I use Plex almost the whole time.
Good.
Plex is if you can use, and again, when we talk about Plex and people talk about a video library, I gotta have all this space. I gotta have terabytes and terabytes of space for all this stuff. You can create a music library with an old PC. You can do it with your NVIDIA Shield with a small hard drive on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can create that streaming service with adding playlists and all kinds of stuff, and you'll have total control over it, and it's not costly. If you've not looked at Plex and looked at the music, Plex is a great library organizer for your music as well as video. I mean, but we're only looking at the music, but it can pull the art, the box art, and it can grab tell you all the songs. Now, Plex will not get the music for you. Plex will not go and get the music for you. You can't put in the Red Hot Chili Peppers and I want their album, whatever. And Plex will not do that. Plex will, if you had an MP3 of a certain artist, it will say, oh, that's this artist and this song on this album. Oh, here's the art for that. It will go and do all those things. It does have shortcut. It does have issues on some stuff, especially compilation. Like if you do sometimes with some of my compilations, I want to say like the Billboard's top
Mm-hmm.
100 songs for a year. It
Yeah.
does struggle with that because it's not part of an album. It's
Right.
it's it's a compilation.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll struggle with that. But most people aren't going to do that. They're going to, this album, that album. So definitely check out Plex for that. It in here you can use an Android device. You can use a little small NAS, a small computer. And in this article, it actually talked about, and it's how I did it. I just have it on my PC. I have an external hard drive. Okay, external hard drive. Put the music there. Hook to the PC. There you go. You're not needing something that's going to be, because if you're listening to music away from home, it's not like video. It doesn't need the processing power. It doesn't
Right.
need the video card power. It doesn't need the bandwidth. So you can get away with a old computer that you start throwing your music on it, put Plex on it, say, here's my music folder, sort it, and it goes through and grabs all the art and all the stuff you need. And then you can create playlists. So when you're on the road, my playlist is, I had a playlist, it's like 250 songs, I think, that I created. It was called Todd's Mix.
Mm-hmm.
And I got, to believe me, it goes from Dougie Fresh to Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes to U2, and then it goes to Tragically Hip, and then it goes to Iron Maiden or Metallica. I mean, it's my mix. It's
Yeah.
all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
and you can create this easy. And it doesn't use a lot of power. Raspberry Pi. One of the other things is
Mm-hmm.
you can use a
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi for it. Um, the other things that some of the things is that you can use the Plex app, the basic Plex app. You can use that. It's a little fumbly, but I use it like that. But the other thing that they had on here is if you pay for the
The Plex Pass.
Plex Pass, thank you. If you
Mm-hmm.
pay for Plex Pass, you can actually use the Plex amp,
Plex Pass.
sign up for it, and it's like you can see it's like its own little. All it does is play music. It'll just do your
Mm-hmm.
music stuff. And does a really good job. Easy to use if you're used to Spotify or any of those other um, uh, uh, Pandoras, all that kind of stuff. You're able to simply watch what you want offline. You're able to do offline music. You can do it that way. Not going to go into all the how that works, but you can do that. It's got a little bit configurable preamp. You can do some little bit changing if you're a person that's into
Mm-hmm.
tweaking your music a little bit because you like it
Yeah.
to be a certain way. It's great. Plex amp. So Plex amp, it comes with Plex. Well, you can get it if you have Plex
Plex
Pass.
Pass.
It said Prism, which I've never used Prism.
Prism.
Let's take a look at that. Prism is another one that works with your Plex, and this is free. You don't need a Plex Pass to use this. So I
Okay.
don't know how this works, but you can connect to your Plex account, and it works somewhat the same way that you're going to get that just your
Oh, but
audio library.
that was only for Apple though, right?
No, it's Apple and Plex. It
No,
works with
no,
both. Yes.
but it says download from the app, from the app.
Yeah, but
Store.
I bet you if you go to the Google Play or you can get it because
No,
it
I
works.
bet you it's not. I think
You don't
that's
think?
been out. I think that
Does
was out
Apple work on
before.
Plex?
Yeah, Apple works on Plex, but that Prism app is only on Apple.
Okay. All right. Maybe you're right. Well, you're already right on one
Uh,
thing today.
well, I'm right on two. If you look right there, it says Prism
I
Music.
saw that, but I was
Okay.
thinking I thought it was on.
No, I don't think
I
so.
thought. All
Because
right.
I didn't.
Well,
I never downloaded it. I trust me. I would have tried it out.
all right. So yeah, this is just a Prism.
Yeah, on the App Store. Yeah, it's only
All right.
that's special for those Apple people.
Oh, still special people, anyways.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This is the Apple Store here. Well,
Yep.
if you have an Apple,
Yeah.
there you go. You can.
Welcome to Prism.
So if you're not an Apple user, you can use the Plex amp, but you got to have the
Yeah.
Plex Pass. The Plex Pass. So
But
all
they're
right.
saying that Prism Music, you don't need to have a Plex Pass.
Okay. All right.
Is that what they're saying?
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm asking you. Oh no, because you
Oh
said
yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. Yes. It did say that you did not need a Plex.
Okay.
You did not need
Flex
Plex
pass.
Pass to
Okay.
use Prism, but
Okay.
Plex Amp and my tongue ain't wanting to work on this.
Hmm.
So all right, hey, you ready?
Okay. Why not?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? There you go, album.
Hey, okay. Okay. We've been talking so much Netflix today. So if anybody that never seen this site before or knew about the uh, Netflix um, Netflix codes, there goes the site has them all listed for you because there's also special um, genres that Netflix normally doesn't talk about. So you can, like you'll see there, like it has comedies. It breaks down into the comedies, documentaries. So if you just want to just watch a certain thing, it's good for that. Foreign movies, you can just, if you just wanted a certain type of movie, you can watch it that way also. So that's a
Okay.
quick one.
So Netflix codes. Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard about those, and
Netflix-codes.com.
yeah, Netflix-codes.com. All right.
All right.
In Credibox.
And credit box. Now, this one here, did you get to play with it yet, Todd, or
No,
not? Or do you
no,
want to
it
play
was
with it now?
no.
There's I think there's a link there for, hold
I
on.
see. I
I'm
see the web
on.
version.
Yeah, hit the web version.
All right,
And,
again. Here we're
yeah, yeah, here
live
we're live. Well, hopefully it
show.
works.
We're
Yeah,
gonna we're gonna
uh,
see.
yeah, and so you're gonna scroll down a bit.
Use my. I said.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
pick
wait.
one of those guys.
All right, hold on a second. Who do I look like?
I took the second guy. I didn't say he'd say it looked like me, but
I want the porn stash.
okay.
Wait. Oh, it says it's locked.
It says
Oh yeah, look
I
at I only
try
can pick
try
out.
the first and second one. Because I thought I used.
I'm the lover.
Okay.
All right, I'm the lover. It's just gonna play me. I gotta be ready
No, it's
for.
not gonna play music.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
gonna
All right.
you're gonna create your music. Scroll down some more, or hit play. Yeah, hit play. Uh, okay, and then now you're gonna you can pick up one of the items from below and put it on top of a person. Okay. Now, if you tap that person,
I hear it.
oh, you hear
Do
it.
you
We
hear it?
don't. No, we don't.
All right. Hold on.
'Cause no, we still don't hear it.
Hold on a second. Let me stop sharing. Let me see if I can share with audio.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, yep, there it goes. All right, I
Okay.
got it now. I clicked the button to share
You gotta
with
share the screen
audio.
again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Yeah. No, I don't hear nothing. You hear it?
Yeah.
No, we don't hear it. Click on another thing there and put it on another person. And click on that person again.
You're not hearing that?
No. Unless it's just me and everyone else can hear it. he puts he writes down, I hear dead people.
What the hell? Why is it? I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it live. Hold on. Let me try to click on my. Let me do my audio here.
We can't hear it here. Underwater music. Headphones throwing it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Uh, Did you
So
see Beach there?
no, what the hell's Beach? Beach being smart ass.
He always is. Uh, well, we could always be really smart and talk about his new $10 IPTV. But
All right, let me do this. Hold on a
yeah,
second. Let me do
okay,
this. Let's try this. I'm gonna try something different.
okay.
All right, let's see. We copy this. Stop. I keep hearing that freaking music.
To get addicted, right?
Bum, 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 dump, 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 bum. All right, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share a tab. Hold on. Let's try
Okay.
this.
No, but it's got to be in StreamYard. Did you click your different?
Share tab audio. Okay, so you're seeing me now. See the.
I see the screen. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the love
Love,
machine. He's a love
love
machine.
machine.
You're a love machine. Okay. Let's hope that this works. Nothing like live TV.
No, not at all.
Damn, this cran apple is tart, boy.
Tart.
Woo. I mean, okay.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's playing.
Oh no, thank you. Hold on. What's he gonna do? No, I don't like him. Boom, boom, boom. I do like the bass though. The boom,
Right.
All right, hold on.
I just hope we
All
don't
right.
get a strike today.
No, hopefully not. Yeah, because hey, that was dab
that was
music.
that was Dab's music, right?
That's dab music. He throw a little something there. Boom, boom, boom. I like this one.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I like this. I like this one.
I
And,
knew you
hey,
would like that one.
Beach ought to be checking this one out.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I even like little cartoon dudes.
yeah.
And so you can put them in different orders. So I
Yeah.
guess that they would.
You could click on them and turn it on and off, and it's really neat.
All right. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, folks.
Oh yeah.
All right. Incredibox. Dang. Holy shit. That right there. Sights of the week. Auburn sights of the week.
Sights of the week, crazy.
Oh man.
Okay, a couple other things.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's go ahead and head this weekend. Yeah.
Okay. We have on Wednesday. For people who don't know, we're reviewing the Batman for the Player Pass show on the 27th.
And again, we review the show. It's not So you like it, don't like it, whatever,
Mhm.
whatever. Um, please join us on Wednesday. Let us know what you thought.
Mhm.
We review it, be it if we like it or don't like it. We review it and we'll talk about the things we like and we didn't like. So we want more people to join us on Wednesdays. It's fun. It's just we watch a movie. Keep in mind, Batman is 3 hours
Hours.
long.
Yep.
So just prep yourself.
Be ready.
Look at Buzz says he's gonna try for crazy. Hey, I'm telling you, I actually kind of like that little don't. I'm gonna mess with that. I wonder if I can record it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe you can. If not, you can always, do the sound recorder from Windows. You
yeah.
know what I mean, and record it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. What do we have here tonight? Uh, it is Bellator 278. Tonight, Velasquez versus Carmucci. Uh, in
Bellator.
Hawaii. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Is the prelims, and the main card is at 10 tonight. So I'm gonna watch that. Get to see those Hawaiian ring girls. Um,
Oh, hey, Mark says watch Batman in a dark room. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's a dark movie. The
It's
movie,
dark. Yeah,
maybe I fell asleep watching it.
yeah.
Not a lot of action going on, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, a lot of people fell asleep.
Uh
Chuck,
huh.
yeah,
Tomorrow is a UFC night. Uh,
UFC,
UFC tomorrow night.
ESPN, right?
ESPN Plus. Yeah.
Plus, yeah.
Um, Limos versus Andrade. Uh, that ought to be good. 9 p.m. Is the main card. 6 p.m. is the prelims. And tomorrow is Bellator 279. So they
Mm-hmm.
having like a 2 day thing there,
So Bellator Friday and
and
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. That's Cyborg versus Blenkow too.
Really?
Yeah, that's going to be a rematch there. It's still in Hawaii.
Okay.
So, and thank you for the beach for reminding me this for the heavyweight fights. Tyson Fury against Dylan White.
Yeah.
It's in the UK. So they said I guess at 11 is the earlier fights, the undercard, uh, and because I don't think that the main card is at 11, but I'll have to check and see. But that ought to be good. They're filling the Wembley Stadium there for that, so it's a lot of people in there to watch that.
So it says the undercards will fight at 2 p.m., but is
Okay.
that 2 p.m.
Does it
UK
say? Yes,
time?
it might be two.
Hold on. I'm go ahead. You go ahead. I'm trying
Nine,
to.
uh, 11.
So it's 2:40 p.m. Says
40,
Friday afternoon.
Friday. Uh,
No. That's
yeah,
got
Friday afternoon, because that'd be ahead of us, right?
no, but no.
No,
Saturday. No. They're ahead of us, but it wouldn't be Friday afternoon.
well, wouldn't it be
It'd
afternoon,
be
right?
Saturday.
It'd be Saturday. Because what are they? 6 hours or what?
5 right now. 5
5 hours.
hours ahead of us. But
Five
that
hours
wouldn't have nothing
ahead.
to do with Friday.
Right, right, right.
Let's
Great,
see.
the
Coverage will begin at 2
beach says
p.m.
the beach says main event should be around 5 p.m. EST.
Okay, Eastern. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, beach.
That's East Coast. Yeah, because it's 7 p.m. UK time. I know I had saw something about 2 p.m. when I saw
Uh-huh.
something earlier today, so that's why
Okay.
I was thinking. Yeah, so that would be 7 p.m. UK time start. That's start,
Okay.
not the main event.
Yeah.
Like Beach saying probably 5 Eastern.
5 Eastern. Okay. But EST and then the other was EDT. So E is E.
BT Sports, BT,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
BT
yeah.
Sports Box and BT Channel. Okay,
Okay.
or other
Or
places.
the other places. The other places will definitely have it. All right. And talk about those other movies for everyone who's using VR.
Oh, Gumbit. Thank you.
Uh huh.
So we have some people that were watching VR. They were watching from the big screen room. If you have, if you're looking to watch for 3D content, this website actually has a lot of 3D movies. If you have an Oculus, all you'll need to do is put this URL
In the
in
browser.
the browser. Put it in the browser. You can, if you've got an Oculus or a 3D device, or if you have your, back in the old days when we used to watch it through your phone and you had a cardboard thing or the Samsung thing where you could stick to your face, go to that website and you will see the content. If you're streaming it, you have to use the SBS setting, side by side setting. And so if you've watched 3D before, you know sometimes the content comes different ways, but we want the side by side SBS, and it has lots of content on there. So if you have an Oculus, this may be something you want to check out if you want to watch some 3D content without having to download or decide. Watch it, and I haven't used it online, but I'm thinking about giving a shot. Yeah, was it extra credits given out to for my school?
Oh.
Yeah, because my job, and so I've been working with the schools the last few weeks, and I'm enjoying it. It's a different job than what I've done before, but I'm enjoying it. And yeah, it's just I'm used to being off on Fridays, so I'm used to being off on Friday because it was always my day off, or normally was my day off, and I'd have all day prep
Steve,
for the
want to know what
show.
was your link for the Netflix codes?
What was it? Netflix
I'm,
Netflix
I'm gonna pull
dash
it. I'm
codes.
gonna pull
Okay,
it. I'm gonna pop it in again right here.
got it. All right.
Go ahead. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So, I used to be off on Friday, so I'd prep for the Streaming Matter show all day long. I had all this time, and now I'm putting it all on Auburn to get it sorted out before I get home from work.
Oh boy, it's okay.
Did you get that code, or do
Yeah,
you
it's
need me to
it's right
grab it?
there. It's right there on the screen.
I don't see it.
Uh,
Oh, there it is, down at the bottom. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, at the bottom.
Yeah, streaming.
Netflix-codes.com.
So yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see any real questions because our people are pretty smart.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
we
are.
got some smart people, so definitely everyone check out the movie for Wednesday. Watch the fights. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some streaming tomorrow of the fights tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Maybe.
hopefully. I'd like to.
Yeah.
You know,
I
we're
mean,
gonna have a.
if you guys have Oculuses, and we know
Yeah.
that some of the guys, it's fun to
Oh, do you
watch the
want to
fights.
talk about that? I saw there was some stuff going around because I want to wait for the show to end to jump into Walkabout, but I hear there's an update.
Yes,
And
there was an
and is
update.
it true that there's putting and
I work
taking a?
today.
Oh, okay,
I'm a
that's right.
working
That's
man.
right.
I can't go looking at
Uh,
all those toys that you kids
okay.
play with.
Well, listen, hey, it wasn't my
I know.
doing starting with this. I started
I know.
looking at all kinds of new gadgets to get for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. I heard that they did add a driving range and
Yeah, putting.
just a putting, just
Yeah,
practice. So I'll have to.
yeah, I need
We're
that.
not practicing. I don't know if we can do it multiplayer, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something to play, but definitely you guys will. We have the links down below if you want to join any of my Streaming Matters rooms. I think I have the Oculus room is in there. So if you have an Oculus, definitely join
What
the
do you
group.
say?
We'll have
Driving
lots of fun.
range is target practice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, well, you think about it, they'll have like a target, and you like smack it, you try to hit that
Hmm.
target. Okay, so yeah, DeBeach says that it's fun. So, I'll try it. So that's all we got. So we got the Bellator tonight and Walkabout tonight.
Yeah.
Is the ring build up? I don't have the ring was an add-on that a lot of, I don't want to say a lot. Some add-ons went to the ring base, but there wasn't no reason to make a build for it, because if you were using one of the add-ons that was using the ring as a base, once the add-on updated, you would have got that. So there wasn't no need in having it's not no ring based add-on only or build. So yeah. So I have been on a wrath. I have been on since I got back and I got showed up at
Yeah.
in Niagara Falls by my wife with
Well, I'm thinking about sending my Oculus to Blue, so this way she can beat you at home,
no,
so everyone would get a good laugh.
no, no.
No?
We don't need that. We don't. Let's
Yeah,
not get
I think
crazy.
we do. I think we do.
So, all right. So that's all we got. We got that show. I don't know what Albin's gonna be doing. I'm gonna go eat my dinner because my dinner's sitting over there staring at me. I've been smelling
Yeah.
it for the last 20 minutes.
Ugh.
Got lots of fun. We appreciate everyone hanging with us. Albin, anything you want to say before we head out?
No. I think that's about it. Charles is here. What's up, Charles?
Yeah. Oh,
I just figured
Charles
that.
wanted to know if we were talking bad about him. We didn't say anything bad.
Uh,
Only thing we brought up was we were talking about
me and
CNN Plus.
CNN Plus.
Yeah, we were
If you
talking about
wanted to, if you would pay for it.
yeah, if he would pay for it, which we know he would. No. So yeah, we know that's not going to happen. So I saw Roger said he may stream the Bellator fights tonight. So if you guys are in
great.
our Oculus room, and we have a Telegram Oculus group. So if you have one, it is fun to get in there. We're able to gather people for games, or if we're going to broadcast something like fights or something. It's a great way of getting people together on that. So works out well as just joining my Streaming Matters group. That's always a great way of trying to stay on top of news. If you have issues with any of your devices or an add-on or something like that, you can always ask there. We got 1,300 people in there, so usually somebody can help give some answers to that. So I'm just going to say thanks to Albin for pulling together so much of this information for us tonight.
No problem.
Thank you for my voice holding out after all that talking. Yeah, like I struggle with that. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys Wednesday. For what movie was it?
Batman.
The Batman.